Hello once again. Now I'm sure everybody is quite aware of regime change. It's quite apparent and quite violent and actually unnecessary. The real regime you have to look out for does not arrive with drums and banners. It creeps softly, patiently over decades like damp in a wall. And a man called Yuri Bezmenov told us this would happen 40 years ago. What began as education from Mr. Blair, what he actually meant was indoctrination all the way. A velvet cage for the mind. In the new order, the native is cast as an intruder, the majority as the villains, and truth itself as a form of hate. Those who forebears built the roads, raised the families, sowed the fields and paid their taxes. Now they whisper apologies for simply existing. How could such an inversion be achieved? Simple, through psychological engineering, the careful poisoning of perception, sometimes called the nudge unit. Ring any bells? First, seed guilt, a ceaseless drip of colonial sin, slavery, privilege, oppression, words sharpened into chains, and then flood the tongue with barbed labels. Racist, transphobe, Islamophobe, far right, far left. Each one of those is a muzzle for the mind, each a command to kneel before confusion. And this was never about justice, it was about control, disguised as compassion. Look around you, you already sense the two-tier creed of kindness. Some may gather under banners of pride or prayer, while others are fined for silence on sacred ground. A crime by one hand is trauma by another. Equal rights devolved into engineered imbalance. Justice becomes a coin with only one polished side. And now, institutional capture, the slow corruption of every organ once meant to protect us. Schools trade history for guilt. Police patrol emotion, not the law. Media baptize lies as virtue and truth as heresy. Even the churches whisper new creeds not found in any scripture. The virus is ideological and the infection intentional. Divide, demoralize, replace. The triad of disillusion and subversion. For a divided, self-loathing people are very easy to govern, easier to remake, easier to drown beneath the imported ideals. But this is not a war of colour, creed or gender. It's a war between truth and programming, between those who remember and those who have been trained to forget. You need not hate, only see. For silence is surrender, and each unspoken truth tightens the matrix that binds the perception to illusion. When identities melt, when families dissolve, when faith becomes fashion and law becomes theatre, all that is turned into smoke. This is not hatred, this is survival, and if you are still awake enough to hear this, the program has not yet consumed you. Not yet. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.